for that again. And I do want to ask if Aviva Velarde is with us. Miguel, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Jeffrey. How are you today? Okay, my comments today are in reference to item AA6.6. All right. So I am a member of the community here in Regent Park, and I feel very offended by the latest actions by the Toronto police towards a women, an Indigenous women who were peacefully protesting outside the Children A Society in Toronto and also outside City Hall. My friend was arrested twice for just maintaining a sacred fire. I am outraged, I am offended, because I have been part of community building in the city of Toronto. As you know, I have been very active in my activism to ensure that Aboriginal rights are respected at City Hall, in particular the Toronto Police Services. Look, we want that the Toronto Police understands once and for all that sacred fires and encampments are part of our DNA. It's part of our life's traditions. We are not going to change for some policy. We are aware that if we conduct a sacred fire, we have water or extinguisher in case something happened. But we haven't seen anything like that. Any human errors or somebody getting burned. So those community concerns that goes to the 311 and they directed the fire chief or the Toronto police to come and extinguish the sacred fire is offending, very offending to the women and to the men who have been fighting for change. I can't stress out my disappointment. I read Jeffrey and Francis' suggestions to this committee. Look, we have been consulted time and time again. Since 2009, I have attended so many committees at City Hall. We have even identified 8 tasks for this committee that is undergoing. And one of them is the continual ongoing education of civic leaders, civic authorities. So look, this is my recommendation. I hope you guys welcome it. Why don't we just have a conversation with the interim Toronto Fire and the Chief of Police, both, plus the mayor, because the mayor needs to be aware that these situations are not tolerable. We cannot arrest our women for just simply maintaining a sacred fire. Look, there are so many encampments around the city of Toronto, and it's all the result of Bill 184. People are gonna continue living on the camps, on the parks, because there's nowhere else to go. We disregarded the calls for housing since 2009. Look, I just want to say that in order to make changes that are profound, we had to tackle this matter today. And I hope members like Councillor Layton and other members of this board will understand once and for all to have the police services respect us, give us the proper respect that we needed. And specifically, I'm talking about the women who we need to have their respect. All right, so thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. And I hope this committee made the proper motions to be brought up to the Police Services Board, so that we have a final conclusion, because this goes on and on and on. I have seen many sacred fires outside the city of Toronto. I have been in blockades. I have been in many protests around the city. Look, all we want is the defunding of the Toronto Police Service, $1.2 billion. And that money should go to our poor, Black, and Indigenous communities. Enough is enough. We need to have this conversation right now, today, and ensure that our women get the proper respect. Thank you, Jeffrey, and I'm happy that to answer any questions.
Seconds every time you go face to face.
You're welcome.